Now there's one thing that I want to make very clear here, is that when let's say that I have, let me define some new. Let's say I have some list that I have the variable b referred to. And let's say I make this list 7, 7, 13, 15. So that's my list. And let's say that the next line in my program, or maybe using the Python interpreter, I say that c is equal to b. And sometimes you might be tempted to do this. So it's like, look, I want a copy of b. And what I want to make clear is at this point, c and b are actually pointing at the same thing. They're referring to the same thing. So if you wanted to think about what's happening, there's some entity in memory that looks like this, 7, 13, 15. And when you execute this, well, when you execute this first line over here, that says that, look, b is going to definitely refer to that. If the variable b refers to this entity. And when you say c is equal to b, this is actually saying that c is going to refer to the same thing that b is referring to. So c is also going to refer to this exact same thing. C is not a copy of it. We didn't make a copy of it and make c refer to that. And what's relevant here is if we now change c, we're also going to change, or if we change what c is referring to, we'll also change what b is referring to. And I'll show you that in a second with the interpreter, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So at this point, I say that c, the next line, I say that c, the 0th element in c, needs to be equal to 1. And if I were to tell you then print c, if I were to then print c, you would get 1, 13, and 15. But if you were to say print b, you would also get 1, 13, and 15. And that's because this call right over here, or this statement right over here, it changes what the 0th element in this list refers to. So it won't refer to a 7 anymore. It'll refer to a 1. So now if you say b of 0, this will be equal to 1 and not 7. So you might say, well, OK, I understand that. So if I set a variable equal to another variable that refers to a list, they're actually referring to the same list. And if I change one of the items in the list that this is referring to, it's actually changing what this is referring to.